What's up, fight fans? So today we're going to talk about the Canelo versus Crawford press conference. And a lot of things happen in this press conference, man, honestly speaking. But the funny thing is, of all things, the most interesting thing to happen was Dana White getting absolutely embarrassed by Sean Zettel, who is a boxing journalist. I mean, it was just funny to watch.
Good evening, everybody. A couple questions for Dana. Dana, this fight, as you said earlier in the week, is set to be the third highest gate in combat sports history, the second biggest gate you've promoted alongside Mayweather-McGregor. The top 5 gates in combat sports history come in boxing, and they come in the last 10 years. So my question to you is, why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters to bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $375 million in antitrust lawsuits and has 2 potential pending class action lawsuits on the way as well?
Well, this is obviously a long discussion. If you want to talk to me about that, set up an interview. This isn't about me and my business. It's about these 2 guys on Saturday night.
My follow-up, Dana. Earlier this week, the California State Athletic Commission had a hearing about TKO trying to bring those changes to the Ali Act, and it was postponed 3 months.
Listen, I get it. You want to showboat right now. Set up an interview with me if this is really what you want to talk about.
It's America, baby.
If you have
First
questions
Amendment.
for these 2, ask them and you can set up an interview with me.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or no?
If you want to showboat, I get it. If you have questions for these 2 that are fighting on Saturday, that's a different story.
Fight.
This isn't a discussion to have at a press conference for these 2 that are going to fight on Saturday, 2 legends. If you want to set up an interview with me and ask me these questions, let's do it one-on-one.
Sounds
and
good.
you can ask me anything you want.
All right. Well, Terrence and Saul, have a good fight.
Yeah, you have a question for these 2?
No.
No? Beat it. Go ahead. Who's next?
We have a ring in the gym, buddy.
It's so obvious that Dana has been used to getting softball questions, not really getting pushed back. MMA journalists are dead, if we're being honest. The UFC is filled with shills. They don't ask serious questions. They don't ask challenging questions, but it's not really the same in boxing. The Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act, commonly referred to as the Ali Act, is a federal law that was introduced in 1999 and enacted on May 26, 2000 by the 106th Congress to protect the rights and welfare of boxers. So pretty much the sport of boxing was dominated by influential promoters, corrupt sanctioning bodies, and coercive contracts. The Ali Act provided federally backed oversight and enforcement meant to reduce the exploitation of fighters through transparency mandates and financial disclosure requirements. Now, when you understand what the Ali Act is, there is no way and there's no logical explanation for why this act should be canceled. Yet, Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh are working really hard to reverse this act because it is a federal law. It's a federal policy. So pretty much they want to cancel this so that way they can be able to exploit boxers the same way UFC fighters are exploited. They can set them in traps and underpay them and pretty much set the rules themselves. And that's what the protection is there for. So the fact that Dana White cannot answer this simple question just says a lot. I mean, the guy could not handle it at all. He literally turned red talking about, oh yeah, let's set up a one-on-one interview. I'm really curious to see if that ever gets set up, but I'm not going to put my money on it. Not too long ago, it came out that TKO Boxing, which is the organization Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh are setting together, it came out that these guys want to actually underpay boxers, and they got a lot of backlash from it. Turki Al-Sheikh then backtracked on that and said, nah, it was fake news, blah, blah, blah. But it was real. And this just exposed Dana White again. His whole business mindset when it comes to combat sports is pretty much finding a way to short pay fighters while the corporate elites make more money. But we're used to that. Another interesting thing that happened during this conference is Max Kellerman getting too carried away with his promotion and trying to give a lot of credit to Dana White and the UFC and Turkey, trying to make it seem like these guys are somehow reinventing boxing. But Canelo absolutely checked him.
Let me pick up where Bud just left off. That's a huge score. Look, what's it feel like? A lot of boxing fans here. So I'm a boxing fan. I know what this feels like. It feels like your birthday or it's a holiday or something. You're about to open a present when you're going to fight like this. Am I right? It feels so... Let me tell you why boxing might be entering a golden age right now. And this super fight, which is the biggest fight in a decade, might set it off. Because you all love boxing, right? I mean, especially Mexican and Mexican-American fans who've been keeping boxing alive. And for the first time in so long, the people bringing you this present love boxing. Let me start with His Excellency, Turkey al-Sheikh. Let me start with him because if he's never born, none of us are here right now. This is his idea. And then Dana White. Dana White is the greatest combat sports promoter in my lifetime. He built an institution. You know why boxing's not as popular as it used to be anymore, right? UFC is really popular, that's because of Dana White. He built something like the NBA. Stop now, because he's about to do it for boxing again. For boxing now. You want an NBA or an NFL in boxing? Here it comes. Because he knows how to build an institution. And how do you do that?
Hey, Max. Boxing is always bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't say boxing is not big, you know. Boxing is big. You know how big is boxing.
Should it get bigger, yes or no? Should it get bigger, Canelo?
Maybe it's gonna be bigger, but look, boxing is always big and big and bigger and bigger and bigger. Talk about that too. Boxing is boxing.
I love Canelo in English, by the way.
Boxing is boxing.
So how do you do it? You have someone like...
I respect for all of their sport. Great job, everything, but boxing is boxing.
You have someone like Turkey al-Sheikh. You have someone like Dana White.
I mean, that was real right there. Shout out to Canelo. Canelo was pretty much like, what is it? Yeah, Dana White is cool, Turkey is cool, but boxing is boxing. Boxing will always get bigger no matter what. And that's just facts, all right? This Canelo versus Crawford fight, I'm excited for it. Biggest fight in a long time. But in reality, nobody asked for it, okay? At best, it was like a hypothetical dream matchup against two great fighters in this generation. It's not a real fight. Okay, these guys are in different weight classes. They have legit opponents that they're supposed to be facing. So yeah, of course, Turkey pulls strings and dropped the money, and both guys are down to fight. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it. But don't come here and get carried away giving so much credit to Turkey and Dana like they're the pioneers of the new boxing age. I really like the way Canelo checked him there, honestly speaking. But yeah, man, Canelo versus Crawford is set. I'm still going with Crawford, even though it came out that he does have some type of shoulder injury. I don't know how real that is, okay? I don't know Crawford to be the guy who would set things up to make excuses, but I don't know, man. I felt like switching my pick, but I'm gonna stick with what I said. If you want to see the full breakdown of this fight, go ahead and click this video on the screen. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and please like this video if you like the video. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
You have someone like...
I respect for all of their sport. Great job, everything, but boxing is boxing.
You have